driving, no sleeping, living up like it's no keeping. When I'm leaving, when I play song, gon' drink, gon' party all night long. Drink all night long, drink all night long.
Come on. Really? Damn it. Well, looks like that's not gonna be here for a while. Well, looks like that video is gonna take a while to make. What am I supposed to do for a video now? What do you think? That's not gonna work. Why is it that we have these little people again? I kind of forgot why I got these. What was that? I don't know. I haven't done a toy review in a long time. I don't even know. I'm like, even if I was to do toy reviews, I don't want to do so many. Like, I just want to do one specific brand from a certain time frame. And what was that logo that's on your thing again? Let me take a look. Fisher Price Toys. Huh. Well, you are a genius. Boop. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the legendary Little People franchise, a very significant and popular franchise. But what did it come from? It's a very popular franchise that began all the way back around the 1950s from the company Fisher Price, a very popular toy line, which we'll get to much further down the line inside of later episodes. Now, originally, the Fisher Price people were a lot more different than how they usually were. Originally, they were made up of wood of the figures, and they were a lot more smaller and a lot more simpler back then. But it successfully went well and started a very big gateway into the success of Fisher Price toys. But when they released some of the new toys, they became a pretty big hit. Starting with the school bus as such a good examples. But then, everything suddenly changed when the Farmer set came out. And now, when the Farmer set came out, everybody was all like, yeah, that. And then soon, everything exploded inside of popularity, and then skyrocket sales went all the way up inside of the roof. And then, it wasn't until when they released a Sesame Street set that they started making brands out of other things inside of the Little People franchise, which started off with Sesame Street, including characters such as Hooper, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Bud, Ernie, and etc. And such popular characters, including minor ones, were there. And now it's also the fact that they soon changed the figures from wood to plastic to better make it easier for kids to play around with. And also things just changed by then. It released in 1975, and then when it released, it changed Little Price forever. Sales went skyrocketing and exploded inside popularity. Little People have become successful now, and now to this day, the designs have changed by the 1990s when they decided to change things a little bit, and also made them a little bit bigger to get rid of choking hazards. But they still succeed inside of branded other franchises such as Disney, DC, and etc. Little People are still a successful franchise that still exists to this very day. And now, I'm going to show you some of the latest ones that I got at Walmart and to show you if they're worth it or not. Let's take a look. So basically we start off with these plastic toys. Now, this toy is one of my own from when I was a kid. You know, it was made by Little People. It's a little monkey. It's very nice. It's very good. Has a nice look. Looks exactly like how a gorilla would. It's very good. But these toys I recently bought at Walmart. Now let me first tell you that the prices for these toys at Walmart were about $4. $4 for two little figures of Little People. You could buy other stuff that would be much more worth your time than Little People, but that's not the case with Little People, because Little People is special. The problem is that $4 should not be that much for a little figure. They should cost about $2. But because of the economy and stuff like that, that's the kind of a world we live in. So let's start with this little girl. She looks very nice. Her forehead's a little bit too big, but then again, that's the kind of the way it is. But also, they kind of messed up on that part of the face. So this figure, it would depend on how you feel about. It would depend on how you are with. In terms of collecting, this is not worth your time. But in terms of giving this to your kid, you know, like, it's whatever, you know. Just be sure that they're old enough where they won't choke on this, you know. Be sure that they're like at least a year old and at least know not to put toys that are not supposed to be in their mouth. And then you got the details on the hair. She's got a little shirt with a rainbow on it, little shoes. I don't know exactly what the bottom was for. I used to pretend that they were like puppets, so then I would move them around like that. But that's clearly not the case, because they were a lot more like that. Not to mention that the old toys were a lot more shallow on the inside, you know. There was no plastic inside of the toys. But with the new ones, now they're a lot more heavier because there's actual plastic inside of the body. So, yeah. So far, this one is about a 6 out of 10. Now, with this one is another latest one I also got. It's a guy with a gaming shirt. So, the mouth is exactly what it's supposed to be, I guess. Well, I mean, like, the face is almost there, but not quite there. But it's much better than the face that was done with this one. And you can see its nice little hands waving up in the air. They're stuck inside this position, which is another problem, because they then won't be able to move their hands around for, like, other things. So, yeah. The part of the hair looks like it's kind of open. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be normal, or if that's kind of the problem with modern versions of the little people. And then he's got some nice little shoes with shoelaces, and everything else looks pretty good. It's much better than the other one with the face. So honestly, I think I'll take back what I said, because the face should not ruin the rest of the look as long as the rest of it is done properly right. So, but the thing is, with the bodies, this one makes it look smaller compared to the other, because there's no way shirts would usually leave that much, would not leave any space of green right before a skirt would come in the way. So they made the shirt part a little bit too short and the neck a little bit too long. And then this one, it's also a little bit too long, but luckily everything else besides the pants is exactly at the perfect amount of size. And they just kind of need some size correction. So honestly, these toys are actually 8 out of 10. So they're honestly alright. If you're a collector, it will depend on how you feel. But if you're a parent that wants some, yeah, go ahead. Just make sure that they're able to understand to not, like, chew on these kind of toys. And then there's also this one. Now this one is very special. This one I had is my oldest toy. It's a Little People Batman. And he's gotten old, like he's gotten rusty, but he still moves, and these kind of little people would be able to go back and forth. You know, kind of like that. And they kind of inspired me, you know. And to be honest, Little People still makes a change onto how people act and care, and also make the world a little bit of a better place, you know. So thank you, Fisher-Price, for making the Little People, you know? I really appreciate it. Now, isn't that right, Mr. Telephone? Why do you have me pull your string? Yeah, whatever. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you later. Come on, phone. We got some business to attend to. So, you want Sprite Cranberry?